Hi, Living Lord. This is Chad Ryberg. I recently sat down for a little while with Jack Burke, our new vice president, and got to know him. I wanted to share a little bit of our conversation with you so that you, too, can get to know Jack a little bit better.
Hi, I'm Jack Burke. I'm the vice president here at Living Lord. I live in Wentzville. I have a lovely bride. I have a son and daughter-in-law and 3 grandchildren that live here. I was recently in Concord, New Hampshire, where our daughter and her family and my 2 grandsons live, and just got back yesterday.
What attracted you to joining Living Lord or becoming a member here?
When we first moved here, we were looking for a church family, and we are very particular about what we want from a church family. We want a feeling of community. We want a feeling of belonging. We want to be able to worship. And we looked at a number of churches. I grew up Methodist and my wife grew up Catholic. So we're kind of a conglomeration. And we looked at a lot of churches. We looked at some non-denominational. We looked at a couple of Lutheran churches. And when we came here, it was amazing how you guys made us feel at home. So we knew this was the place we wanted to be. I think, at least in those days, in the 50s when I was growing up, and early 60s, the Methodist Church, at least the one I was in, was a lot more like a Southern Baptist, fire and brimstone. And we had revivals, and it used to, as a kid, I was not happy going to church every night of the week for revival when the message was basically the same. You know, if you don't live the right life, you're going to the bad place. So that never struck me as a place that I wanted to be, because I felt like there was a lot more to a spiritual life than just good and bad. So as we searched for churches over the years, what we found was that the Methodist Church began to change and become different, which was okay, but they didn't still get away from their main message, and that just wasn't for us. We needed something more positive. I'm retired now. I was in the sales and management and executive level in my career. I was in 3 different industries. I was in the commercial real estate business, I was in the ag products business, and then the most of my time I spent in the insurance business with AAA in Chicago. And we're thrilled to be out of Chicago. We lived there 15 years and couldn't wait to move every day. So pretty varied background in sales and sales management, marketing, relationships, that sort of stuff. So being retired, I'm a golfer. I like to golf. I am not a good golfer. I have a very high handicap, but I enjoy being out in the semi-serene, if no one is having a bad day and using any bad words, semi-serene walk. I think I'm like Mark Twain. Golf is a good walk spoiled, but I still like to play golf. And mostly the reason I like it is because I'm not really playing against anybody else. I'm playing, can I be better than the last time? And I love that kind of challenge. With 3 grandchildren here, we spend a lot of time doing their sporting events, whether it's baseball or basketball or soccer. We try to make as many of those games as we can in between the other things that we do. So that's important to us. We think it's important to our family.
Where would you like to see us going in the next 4 years?
That's an interesting question. Where are we going to go in the next 4 years? I've only been doing this for a couple of months now, and I'm finding out I have so much to learn in order to be effective as I want to be. We have got, I think, within our church, an outstanding strategic and tactical plan to accomplish our mission as set by our pastor to make disciples for Christ. And I think if we can stay on that plan and tweak it as necessary to improve it here and there, eliminate things that don't work, keep the things that do work, build on those. I think we've got a fantastic future and our ability to grow the church. My contact with most of our friends are people our children's age because we're active. We like to go do things. We're not ready to sit around home and watch TV all day. So we have some context of what's going on in that generation. And that's the generation I think has missed the church. So how do we reach out to them? How do we connect with them? That's going to be a big part of our growth program. And I think we're working towards that engagement very well right now. A teacher that I once had a lot of contact with said, if you're driving a car and you look through the front windshield, you got a pretty good handle on what's coming up. If you look through the rear window, you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to crash. So I try to look forward every day as much as possible. I think one thing I would like to share is one of my great joys is waking up in grace every day. For me, every day is a gift. God's grace gives me that gift. And I am eternally grateful for that. I have so much joy of living my life, and I do that because of my gift from God.